Hello, welcome to Senior Living Today. I'm your host, Scott Buchanan, CEO for our Ohio Masonic Home. Each episode, we take a closer look at the complicated world of senior living and help you understand what kind of services to look for, what questions to ask, and what you can do now to financially prepare for your future. As all of you may know, there isn't a handbook or how-to guide when it comes to navigating this complex world of senior living. So we're here to help. If you've watched our other shows, you will notice this show looks a little different. Since most of us have been working remotely and social distancing, this show will let you see how we will use technology and how we've managed to keep all of our communities running smoothly and our community members and staff and their family members safe. Everything from Zoom meetings to our staff to connecting our community members with their loved ones and necessary training for our employees. This episode on technology will give you a closer look at how we empower our staff with the tools and knowledge to provide the best care for our community members. Some of the technologies that you will see today have made the lives in our community members easier and more enjoyable. Today we're going to speak with three people who will explain the different forms of technology that we are currently using. After the break, we will meet Stacy Walters, Life Enrichment Director of Springfield Masonic Community, and watch a short video with a community member, Janet Ulrich. Stacy will show us how residents can stay connected to the outside world with the never too late technology. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
All right, Mary, we're gonna pick out your outfit for today, okay? You have this one, do you like this one?
No, I want something hotter than that.
I think you're really gonna like this one though.
Oh, that's the one. I like that.
All right, then we're gonna work on your hair next.
At Springfield Masonic Community, you're more than just a job title. To start your rewarding career, visit us at ohiomasonichome.org today.
Come ride with us.
Darn kids!
Senior living is changing. We should know because we're changing it. Visit the Springfield Masonic Community.
So Stacy, welcome back to the show. Since you were here with us before on one of the previous shows, tell us how you've been managing during the challenging times of COVID. How's this affected how you work every day?
Well, I think that there's been a little bit of a blessing I have found in this is that residents who normally would not come out of their rooms to participate in our activities, we're bringing everything into them. So there's nothing like playing a game of bingo from your bed or trivia from your bed or pulling you right out into the doorway so you feel comfortable, you're not leaving your surroundings. So a lot of people who we didn't get to touch in such a good way, we are now. We're getting a lot closer to some of our residents who preferred not to participate.
Well, great. Has it changed how you dress and what you wear when you go into these situations?
Oh yeah, we're all wearing our scrubs that are provided here by the home, which has kind of been nice. It's a lot easier to get ready in the morning. Wearing our masks, which that was a little bit of a struggle at first with some of our residents because, they want to see our faces and our smiles. But you can really tell when someone's smiling with the eyes. So it actually, throughout this whole process, it's brought a silver lining in everything we do every day. So
we shot a short video for you to watch today, but before we do, please tell us about Never Too Late and why you enjoy using technology with our community members, how that works.
I absolutely love the Never Too Late machine. We've got a lot of new things that have been added to it, such as pretty much walking into a painting with 360 degrees and you can touch the screen and move around the painting. The brain games, breathing techniques, and we've been able to pull this computer right into people's rooms so that they can stay active and current.
Wow. Well, now let's sit back and relax and enjoy the video.
All right. So, Janet, we're on our Never Too Late machine, and we're going to go to Miami. Miami Beach is one of the most famous resort cities in the world.
San Francisco, Israel, Mexico City, Rome. Actually, take your finger and look around the whole city.
Trevi Fountain, which was designed in Baroque style. The Colosseum is one of Rome's most popular landmarks, as well as a reminder of the
I love the way the fish swim here. It's so real.
And if you hold your finger here, all the fishies will come to you.
I can't figure out how that works.
Saturday morning, Sunday morning memories, the old radio shows. Grab a brush. Take it away.
There it is. Jockey Hollow.
Yeah, check it out.
Morristown. See, that's where I was from. I walked many miles in Jockey Hollow. You ever to Coney Island?
Yes, I was swimming at Coney Island before.
I did too.
You ever been to Carnegie Hall?
I have sung in Carnegie Hall.
You sung in Carnegie Hall? Turn the screen to see the whole orchestra. Right in the middle.
So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That's one of the technologies that we are so excited about and is used regularly in all of our communities. When we come back today, we'll be talking with Steve Pettigene, Executive Director of the Ohio Masonic Home Foundation. Stay with us.
Hi, Kelly. What's for lunch today?
We have our lentil soup, we have our corn chowder, and we have our spicy buffalo chicken meatball sub.
Hey, what do you think about that guy named Dave over there?
Oh, he's a catch. You should totally go for it.
Think I ought to get his digits?
Absolutely.
At Springfield Masonic Community, you're more than just a job title. To start your rewarding career, visit us at ohiomasonichome.org today.
Good morning, Faye.
Hi, John. Come and look at this.
Are you on those filters again?
Yep.
At Springfield Masonic Community, you're more than just a job title. To start your rewarding career, visit us at ohiomasonichome.org today.
Welcome back to Senior Living Today. I'm joined by Steve Pettigene. Thanks for joining us, Steve. Since you're a returning guest to our show, tell me what you and the foundation have been working on during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Sure, Scott. Hey, thanks for having me. I'll tell you, the pandemic certainly has brought some new challenges to the home, and one of which is how do we keep our folks connected? And I'm proud to say that the foundation sprang into action, and we're currently running a campaign called #OMH Together, Powering the Connection, and it really is putting the tablets in the hands of our residents and their family members to keep them connected, in the hopes of staving off any isolation or loneliness.
Steve, I bet you have some great stories you can share with us.
Oh, Scott, it's amazing the number of stories, and I tell you, it really kind of warms your heart and makes you be thankful, I guess, for the work that we do. But if I share a story, I guess one of them I would share with you comes from our Western Reserve campus up near Medina, and then this is really a story about Marilyn and Bob, and Bob, lives in one of our Pathways memory care units, and Marilyn in one of our independent living apartments, and they had a routine, right? Pre-COVID-19, pre the virus, they had a routine, and every day, Marilyn would get a chance to go and visit with Bob, have dinner with him, take care of him, love on him, all those things. Well, when the virus hit, that all changed, and she wasn't given the opportunity and had no way of getting to see Bob and hold his hand and touch him. And really, she had a significant fear that Bob would forget her and the kids. And so, being a longer term user of one of our tablets, Marilyn had no idea that one day she'd be using it to connect with Bob. And so we got Bob with one of our one of our nursing assistants and really sat with him and got the two connected. And then they were able to have dinner virtually together. And Marilyn walked away saying, you know what? I know Bob's good. I can see him. He remembers me. He smiles. I know he's safe. And I look forward to the day when the pandemic's over so I can be with him again. So it's been very powerful.
Amazing story.
I'll tell you, there's a second story that's out there, and maybe it's one by Alan and Pat Hill. It's a similar story, although Alan's beautiful bride Pat is living at a third-party facility. So maybe we'll take a look at what Alan has to say.
I think we have a video from Alan. Let's take a look at that now.
The recent COVID-19 pandemic has created challenges that have changed the way we live our lives and the way we communicate with our loved ones. In this time, we have seen the power of virtual communication shine as a guiding light for many. The Ohio Masonic Home Foundation is powering that connection by putting tablets in the hands of hundreds of community members otherwise disconnected during this challenging time. Community members like Alan Hill, who calls Browning Masonic Community his home. Otherwise separated by health concerns, Alan and his wife have managed to stay connected virtually.
Right now with all this, it's rough. We just can't do anything. Now with this confining, this little contraption, for a better word, has made it a whole lot easier.
You help power the connection between a husband and wife of 68 years who, although live apart, never miss a hello, just as they didn't before the pandemic.
I talked with my wife this morning at our regular 11 o'clock, a little after when they got it set up, called me.
You give children an opportunity to look their parents in the eyes and tell them they love them. It is our goal to make sure every community member feels loved and connected. To learn how you can support this power of connection, please visit theomhfoundation.org/connect.
It helps us. There's other people here who can probably help them a whole lot, but their family.
Your support ensures community members, families, and loved ones, like Mr. and Mrs. Hill, stay connected.
I enjoy that video every time I watch it. Alan seemed very comfortable using his tablet. Is that the case with all of our community members? Did everyone know how to use the tablets the first time they got them, or did we have to have some tutoring to get them all up to speed? How'd that work, Steve?
Yeah, you notice
you're laughing.
To get your question out of your mouth before I start to laugh. In anything that we do here at the home, it's education. And we've had a long-standing practice of lifelong learning, so that certainly aids. But no, it's not a, hey, here's your tablet, go and get them. It takes a team of people to not only get the tablets uploaded with all the materials and all the products and services, but then to come alongside the residents, our community members, as well as oftentimes family members and third-party staff that maybe don't have knowledge of how to use the tablet. So there's a little work to be involved there. And I think, as Alan spoke to the contraption, I think that kind of lets you know what his level of experience might have been.
So Steve, I know we had Breezy for quite a few years, and those tablets have certain information loaded on them and can be changed frequently based on the person's needs, wants, and kind of what they want to learn or what they want to dive into. And we purchased these additional tablets and push those out very rapidly. What will our community members find on their tablet, and does everyone have the same information loaded on their tablets? How'd that work?
Yeah, I tell you that there's a great deal of thought that went into it, Scott. And not only were we able to purchase a significant number of tablets because of our generous supporters and donors, but we got the complimentary protective cases, stylus pens for maybe individuals that had some dexterity issues, as well as what we call the mobile manager. And that mobile manager allows us to push content to the iPads that's consistent for all folks. So if I were to show you, for example, the one I'm holding in my hand, the iPad, there's a number of files that are out here that they could go to. And for example, if I click this one and say, I want to go to telemedicine, it can pull up the telemedicine and say, I want to go to my teledoc. You can see it goes right to where they can just log in with their account and visit with the teledoc and kind of get done what they need to on the health side. Or if they say, you know what, I'm really not into my doctor today, I think I want to take a trip somewhere, they could go out here and they could go to this wonderful adventure of museums, and they could go visit the Guggenheim virtually. They log in and they'll get to tour the Guggenheim or a number of museums virtually. So there's a whole lot of things to keep the residents and their families that are using these tablets engaged with loved ones, as well as engaged with life and kind of keep their minds sharp.
Wow. These stories really make me want to get some of my friends and family involved with the project. How would I get somebody involved in the project, and what's that look like?
I'm glad you kind of asked the question. Certainly, that's what the campaign is all about, right? We've got the permission from several of these families that we've made a great deal of impact on, their permission to tell their story, because they too want to aid us in this campaign. So there's a number of ways to help. Certainly, a financial contribution aids in helping us continue to put the tablets in the hands of individuals. But we also need volunteers. Volunteers to maybe call and talk to some of our residents just to kind of keep motivated. We've got a number of people making those calls so that they look forward to that on a weekly basis, where individuals get that chance to talk to somebody and tell how their week's going. So a whole number of ways to help and encourage and assist us in meeting that goal, Scott.
Great. Thanks so much. So before we part ways and we can move on to our next guest, could you please share your favorite story with us, Steve?
Oh, favorite story. I've got lots of favorite stories. I've got one, a virtual 100th birthday party, another one about a husband and wife connecting, but maybe I'll give you this one because it's about a whole family. And this one is a couple named Marlene and Jim. And Marlene just had recently moved in. The two of them had plans to move into a villa at one of our campuses. And when they did that, Jim had fallen ill a little bit, and he went to a third-party facility for some nursing facility, if you will, to get some rehabilitation. And expectations was to move back in with Marlene. He'd been there for a couple months, but unfortunately, that facility had a breakout in the COVID. And it was a month, and Marlene was not able to go and see and interact with Jim, nor was the family able to connect with him, Scott. And so we were able to get iPads in the hands of the family, as well as with the nursing facility and his aide, so that Jim could converse with them. And I'll tell you, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it, because the family was able to come together on say Thursday at noon, and everybody, including Jim's sister, everybody had time to talk with Jim. It was the first time Jim was able to see his beautiful bride Marlene in over a month, because he tried on the phone, but it didn't work. The tablet really kind of gave him the tool he needed to see him. And then that following Friday, unfortunately, Jim took a turn for the worse, Scott. And what was beautiful about it is the whole family was together on iPads talking to Jim. And Jim's a lifelong musician. And his son was strumming the tune of Jim's favorite song as Jim was just tapping his finger, kind of going in and out of consciousness. And once Marlene had told Jim that we love you today, we'll love you if you want to go to a greater place. And it was with that Jim took his last breath, and the family was able to be with him. And all that family would love to have been with him in person. They are so grateful to our supporters and our donors that made that virtual connection possible, because it certainly did give them an opportunity to be with Jim, so he wasn't alone when he took his last breath.
That's absolutely amazing that we were able to pull that off with just a little bit of technology and connecting the family, and they were able to share that last moment. How special could that possibly be for that family? So glad we were able to do that.
Amazing. Yes.
So Steve, you probably remember that on the show in the past, we've also always asked our guests for what advice they may have if someone watching, any of our viewers watching today, may be looking for senior care, or anybody that may be looking for senior care. What advice would you give them before moving into a senior living community, or even looking at senior living communities?
I think what I would do, and it's what I did before I took a job at this location, right, with you. I said before I was a 24-year recovering banker, but before I decided to join the Ohio Masonic Home, I visited the campuses. In short order, you're going to see how the staff interacts with the community members and the clients on the campuses. You're going to see the attitudes and the energy on the campus from the residents that live there. And I think that's the best way to get firsthand. Certainly you can go out on the internet. Certainly you can read reports. You can assume whatever you want from those. But until you step onto a campus and you see and talk to and get a real chance to experience it, I think that's when you know you're in the right place. And I think a number of people, when they come to the home, they find that and they fall in love.
It truly is coming home, the Ohio Masonic Home, isn't it?
It is.
Thank you so much, Steve. Thanks for joining us today. Glad to have you back.
Hey, good to be back. Thank you for having me, Scott.
When we come back, we'll be talking to Heather Harrier, Clinical Training Officer for the Ohio Masonic Home, about exciting new program titled Embodied Labs. Please stay with us.
Hello, I'm Steve Pettigene, Executive Director of the Ohio Masonic Home Foundation. We serve aging seniors across the state of Ohio as the trusted partner in helping people to age respectfully and stay connected. Have you ever been physically separated from somebody that you love so much that it hurt to miss a hello? Under Ohio's stay-at-home order, we've witnessed this, and we acted quickly to put tablets in the hands of our community members and their loved ones, powering the connection between husbands and wives living apart. Recently, we even used tablets to keep a dying husband and father from being alone, allowing his wife and children the opportunity to say, "We love you," prior to taking his last breath. We are thankful for the overwhelming community support. The Ohio Masonic Home, powering the connection. For more information, please visit our website listed at the bottom of your screen.
Welcome back to Senior Living Today. We're pleased to have Heather Harrier with us today. Heather, tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to the Ohio Masonic Home.
I'm married. I have 4 children ranging from ages 29 to 7. And I started at Masonic Home 17 years ago. I did my clinical rotation for college at Masonic Home and applied and was hired 17 years ago.
Wow. You're the clinical training officer. So what exactly does the clinical training officer do? What does that entail?
I help to implement and facilitate our training at our different campuses to make sure that we meet our regulatory requirements for our staff.
Wow. So do you do anything with memory care in some of the different units? What all are you involved in besides just training? What kind of special programs and things do we have going on?
We do. I help with the new hire orientation. I also help with dementia training for all levels of care at our facilities, our assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, long-term care. And also I do the embodied labs training with all of our staff.
Okay, so you mentioned memory care and embodied labs, and we're very proud to partner with Embodied Labs and the program and staff in our communities. Can you tell us how that works and how that works in our employees?
Sure, yeah. The Embodied Labs training is a virtual reality training that we are able to offer our staff. So they are able to put on a headset and actually perceive the environment of the residents, so they can embody and see their environment as they do. They can hear and see things that our residents hear and see each day. It helps to give them a better perspective of how our residents feel, to help them offer and do better care depending on the environment and the dementia of the resident.
How are our employees handling that? It's very realistic. You know, we've had family members and staff and community members go through that, and it helps them experience what the daily life of a person with Alzheimer's and dementia and other ailments are. So how are our employees handling that training? What's the feedback like?
Yeah, it's been very impactful. All of the staff really likes the training. It helps them to understand to give better care to our residents. So we've had a lot of great feedback from the staff with Embodied Labs. and they really enjoy the different simulations and getting a different perspective and a better understanding.
Wow. Yeah, we're looking forward when all this is over to having our viewers be able to come and try that out. And with COVID and everything, we had to cancel that. And so we'd love to have folks out to try that simulation. But due to COVID, we had to cancel a lot of media events, and we had a lot scheduled there in March and had to cancel that as a result of that. But viewers can go to our Facebook pages and kind of see what we've been into and what Embodied Labs is all about, as well as go to their page. So Heather, on this show, we've been asking all of our guests their advice on what, when they're seeking or someone's seeking a senior living community, what advice would you give the viewers that are watching as to what to think about when they're thinking about a senior living facility for themselves, for a loved one, and really it's a life planning community. So what would you, from a life planning stage, what would you tell someone looking for a facility?
I would tell them to kind of do like I did when I came and did my clinical rotation there. I looked at the culture, I looked at the environment, I looked at the competency of the staff, and just had a feeling of this was the place that I needed to be, that I fit in well here. I think that visiting our community and understanding our culture and our mission and our environment is what they need to look at.
Thank you. Heather, thank you for joining us today and taking time out to sit down and talk with me a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
I want to thank our viewers for tuning in today. Be sure to check out our show each month as we take a closer look at senior living today and answer the questions you want to know. If you have any specific questions you would like to have answered on this show, send your questions to omhmarketing@ohiomasonichome.org or give us a call at 937-505-8405. You can also check out our Facebook page to see the current events and happenings in all our communities. If you'd like more information on senior living options for you and your loved one, give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again.